Okay, so have you ever felt like budgeting for clinical trials is like navigating a financial minefield?
I know what you mean.
Well, it turns out the research protocol is like a treasure map,
Okay.
but you have to know where to dig.
Right.
So today we're going deep on some advice from the Global Costing Task Force.
Sounds good.
They're giving us some pointers on clinical trial financial management,
Okay.
and we're uncover those hidden gems in the protocol,
Okay.
specifically in those often overlooked
Yeah.
footnotes that can really make or break your budget.
Yeah. So the task force really emphasizes that we have to go beyond just the schedule of assessments.
Schedule of assessment.
Yeah. It's important, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of your basic roadmap for the trial.
It lays out all the assessments,
It
right?
exactly tells you when they happen, what
Yeah.
kind of assessments they are, all
Yeah.
of that.
So we've got the schedule of assessments or roadmap,
Yeah.
but like any good treasure hunt, there are hidden paths and secret clues.
Right. And the task force is telling us that those clues, those are in the footnotes.
Footnotes.
Yeah. They might seem insignificant at first glance, but they can actually harbor really crucial details that could throw your whole budget off by thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars.
No kidding. So a single footnote could derail a whole budget.
It's possible. Yeah.
That's a little scary. Can you give me an example?
Sure. So imagine a footnote
Okay.
that requires some specialized imaging equipment that's not even mentioned in the main part of the protocol.
Okay.
That could add a significant chunk of change to your budget.
Wow.
Not to mention the logistics of securing the equipment and training personnel to even use it.
Right. Yeah. All of a sudden you need people who know how to use this specialized equipment.
Exactly. It's like a domino effect.
So one tiny footnote could lead to all these unforeseen costs.
Absolutely. And it doesn't stop there.
What else could be lurking down there?
Well, another example is a footnote might require additional monitoring visits for certain patients who are on a specific medication. So that means more nursing hours,
Yeah.
more clinic space. You might even have to factor in travel costs for participants who live in rural areas.
Oh, that's a good point about rural participants.
Right.
Those costs can really add up quickly if they have to come in for extra visits.
Exactly.
So these seemingly small details in the footnotes,
Yeah,
they can have a huge ripple effect on the entire budget.
exactly.
So let's talk about the research sites.
Okay.
What are the real-world consequences for them if they miss these hidden costs?
Well, the most immediate consequence is obviously budget overruns.
Right.
And that can put a real strain on resources, and in some cases even jeopardize the whole project.
Yeah, it could shut the whole thing down.
It's possible.
Oh, but you're saying it goes beyond just the financial aspect.
It does.
How so?
Well, inaccurate budgeting can also damage the relationship between the research site and the sponsors.
Because if the site is constantly going back and asking for more money
Right.
because they overlooked some costs in the beginning,
Exactly. It can erode trust, create tension, and that's not what anybody wants.
so how do we avoid falling into this trap?
Okay.
What are some practical tips?
Thorough protocol review is key.
Okay.
Don't just skim the main points. You have to scrutinize every detail,
Okay.
especially those seemingly insignificant footnotes. I can't stress that enough.
So we have to be like detective, looking for clues in the fine print.
Exactly. And it helps to ask yourself specific questions as you're going through the protocol.
Like what?
Well, for example, does this footnote require any additional resources?
Okay.
Will it impact my personnel needs, equipment travel?
And then communicate any potential issues to the sponsors right away.
Exactly. Open communication between the research site and the sponsors can really go a long way.
That makes a lot of sense.
It does.
This has been really eye-opening.
Good.
So basically those research protocol footnotes,
Yeah.
we have to treat them like treasure maps to accurate budgeting,
They're full of hidden treasures.
and missing them could lead to a financial shipwreck.
Exactly. So here's something to think about.
Okay.
Think about a recent research protocol that you worked with.
Okay.
What hidden treasures might you have missed in the footnotes?
Hmm.
And how might that have changed your budget?
Great question. Thanks for joining me today.
It was my pleasure.